Well, welcome to the pilot edition of the All Whites online magazine. We've got some news and views for you from the club, some video action, recent photos from matches and other stuff. So we hope you like it, and if you do, there'll be more to come. So without further ado, we just kick straight off with the Swansea Director of Rugby, Keith Colclough.
Welcome to Cloughie's calendar. A couple of events that's happening in the next month here at Swansea Rugby Club. First and foremost, just a bit of an update on the building. We're currently refurbishing the foyer area and the landing with the intent of obviously moving into the main bar in the next coming months. So hopefully we'll see some improvement there. Regarding our fixtures, we've got 4 in September, starting with at home Cardiff Met, away to Pontypool on the 12th, home then to Tattersteel on the 19th, and away to Narberth on the 26th. So it all starts on the 5th of September here at St Helens, and we look forward to your support in what will be one of the most important seasons Swansea have undertaken in the last few seasons. So come down, get your friends down, family, let's make it a big occasion. Ongoing, we've got some awards that are going to take place in the next coming months, and we start off with a Blue Plaque Award, which has been awarded by the City and County of Swansea, which has been given to us for being the first club to beat the big 3, as they call them, with Australia in 1908, South Africa in 1912, and the All Blacks in 1935. And as far as we know, we're the only rugby club in Wales that have been awarded a Blue Plaque, so it's a great honour, a great occasion. That takes place on the 1st of October here at the club, 10 AM, and more than welcome to get people here to see a bit of history. Again, regarding the plaque, we've replaced the plaque that went missing, unfortunately, when the stand was removed a few years ago, and that's for the First World War, when many servicemen lost their lives who had played for this club. And the dedication for that will take place on the 14th of November, time to be confirmed, but it will be obviously before we play Newcastle Emlyn. And again, everybody welcome, and let's make that an occasion to remember. 2 more awards that have taken place. As a club, we've decided to honour from the semi-pro era, from the start of 2003, players that have played 100 games for this famous club. And our commercial department at this moment are looking for some dates, and that will be carried out and confirmed as the season goes on. And it's a great honour for those players that have achieved that milestone for such a famous club. And on the last one, again, the testimonial season has been awarded to 2 stalwarts of this club for their services over the last 10 years, and that is Sam Kiley and David Watts. There's a committee being put together to obviously look at what we can to do for these boys and honour them for their outstanding values and their dedication to this great club. So again, that will be issued, the dates and the events as the season progresses. So that's all from Cloughie's calendar at the moment. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you all on the 5th of September, and let's make it a season that we all remember. Thank you.
No. Pull it, boys, come on. Go on. Good try. Go on, it's on, it's on, it's on. Go on. Yes.
One of the real privileges I've had as being the chaplain here at Swansea Rugby Club is to be involved in the annual charity that the club chooses. We've been doing this for the past 10 seasons, and over those 10 seasons the supporters of the club have generously given nearly £18,000 to 9 local charities. I think that's an amazing amount of money and an amazing reflection on both the club and the supporters who've just given in often difficult times for the club and for them, and given and made a difference to a lot of local people in difficult circumstances. And we've got a real privilege this season of supporting another charity, another local charity, and a really small charity. And it's one of the things that we've tried to do as a club, is to find a local charity, because we're a local club. And I think a little bit like Swansea finds itself in the Swansea city, in terms of our place here as a rugby club and a sporting club. While the Swans and the Ospreys are in the city, they can eat up some of the big sponsorship. Well, we want to do, rather than a national charity, we want to do a local charity. So for this season, for 2015-2016, the chosen charity for Swansea Rugby Club is Spectrum Swansea. Now, Spectrum Swansea work with children and young people who are on the autistic spectrum. They're a parent-run group. They base themselves across the city. But what they do is they take those youngsters and those children to have weekly sessions of surfing. In the summer, they use the coastline, and in the winter, they use LC2 and their facilities there. There's a local surfing club that help them in terms of training the children and the young people to surf and to do so safely. And they also have the LC2 staff on call in the winter. The charity is one that also involves the siblings within those families as well, so that they do something together, and that's really important. Now, for those who are doing that, for the parents who are running that group, you can find out a little bit more about what they do. There's a really good website that they've set up, spectrum-swansea.webs.com, and you can link that in through the Swansea Rugby Club site as well. You can pick the link up from there. And you'll see on there's a BBC report as well about what they've been doing, because it's a special thing. It's something that's, I think, fairly unique in what they're doing, but it gives those children, those young people, an outlet to do something active, which is really important, and also to do something with their brothers and sisters as well. And you can see they have a great time doing it, but they're also learning skills that are really important. When we chose the charity, we asked both some of the supporters and the players at the end of last season what they wanted to do with the charity for this season. And a couple of the suggestions came back of working with children with autism. Autism's a difficulty that some children and young people have, It's quite difficult to define. There's quite a large spectrum of issues and problems that are faced. Some children, some young people more severely disabled by what they have. Others are able to integrate more easily. But this seems to be a real opportunity, something that grasps their attention, something they're able to do, something they're really able to enjoy. So we're delighted to be supporting this season Spectrum Swansea and what they're doing. The parents who run that group were just thrilled when I spoke to them and said that we were going to make that offer to them for this season. They find their support difficult to come across, and so you, by what you're going to be able to give in the coming season, will enable some of those children to have that subsidy that allows them to do that and have that enjoyment, something to look forward to in their week. So what we're hoping to do is that through the season we can keep you in touch on what's happening. We encourage you to go and have a look at the link, but also maybe we're hoping that we can invite some of the parents, some of the children and young people to join us at a home game. And we're also hoping that perhaps we can send a couple of the players down as well to join in with a surfing session. So maybe we can have a little look at that as well and see what they do and the enjoyment that they have with that. We'll be putting together some of the usual events that we do for the charities. We'll have some bucket collections at home games. We'll also be having the annual Christmas Carol service and the offering there, and other events as well that will take place throughout the season where we'll give you opportunities to give towards that charity. But if you've got any ideas, we'd love to hear from you. If you've got any thoughts on raising money, we'd always love to hear from you if you've got any ideas that would help us through the season. We've set a target. We've set a target a little bit higher than we did last year. Set a target of trying to raise £1,500 through this season, which will not only help that local charity, but also take us through the £20,000 that we've been able to give to charity over the last 10 seasons. So I hope you'll help us with that. I want to thank you in advance for your generosity, and we look forward to sharing in a partnership with Spectrum Swansea during this coming season. We're really excited and looking forward to the home game on Saturday, and as we kick off the new season, everybody's really excited. Boys were really up for it in training last night and ready to go. But also, we are also looking forward to a visit at half-time from Richard Webster. Webby will be well known to most, if not all, here at the club, former player, former coach here at Swansea. And for those of you who picked up on the contact from last season, you'll know that Webby, despite his own difficulties in terms of his own health, and particularly the problems he has with his knees, ran the 10B Ironman last year, which involved in both swimming, cycling, and then running, if you can call it running, because he has to do it on crutches, and that's a special dispensation to do so. Webby decided with his wife that he'd run again this year, and he wanted to support the club and the charity that the club were supporting that season. So he's going to be collecting money for us for the Welsh Rugby Charitable Trust, who work with injured players. And so we would encourage you to give to Webby for that charity, if you're able to do so, through his Just Giving page. If you go on Just Giving and go for Richard Webster Ironman, you'll be able to pick up that link if you want to give that way. But he's going to be joining us. He's going to be coming down, cycling down for Saturday's game. You'll be here at half-time. We're going to have a bucket collection. Some of the players who are not selected for Saturday will be coming amongst you on Saturday, asking you to give. So please give as generous as you can to support Webby and what he's doing, but also to support that great charity through the club. And then later on in the season, we're hoping to invite one of the trustees from the charity to come down and join us and to accept the cheque from the club. And we're hoping that Webby will be part of that as well. So look forward to seeing you Saturday, and look forward to what we're able to raise for that. Just so that you know, so far this the amount as we've been raised is £1,538.22. So I want to thank you for what you've already given, and hopefully we can boost that fund through what Webby's doing over the next couple of weeks. Thanks for your support.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you anything.
You're not going to ask me anything,
No.
so it's just talk, all right? And you're going to edit this, I take it, do you? If it goes horrendously
Start
wrong.
anytime you like.
Does my hair look right?
Yeah, anytime you like.
I got my wellies today. So we're here at Bridgen. I've done it again. We're here at. Do you want that or no?
No, do it again. Do you know your leg was going?
A bit more than that. I do that all the time. When I'm preaching, I walk around all the time. I don't stand still at all. It drives everybody nuts. I just move around. They stop me going to the pulpit because I fall out the steps. I got to walk up and down, so we're on a platform now where I can just walk up and down. Terrible, hopeless one. I tap like that all the time.
in the corner. So
I tap like that all the time. Tap like that.
Yeah, and over to the weather.
Oh, that's all right. Did you?
I got a pen, I flick the end of the pen as well. I do that. But that drives people nuts as well. So I sit in a meeting and people are going, put the pen down, will you? It's like this. Yeah, I always done that, but I don't know what it is. So there we are.